All right, I think I had a little bit of a quickie for you on Sunday. Here's the final one. Zero hedge. New York's Billionaires Row suffers biggest foreclosure in history. Ask me if I'm sad. Oh, boo-hoo. In the latest sign that New York City's ultra-high-end property market is on the verge of imploding after a wave of overly aggressive development, another luxury condo at Manhattan's 157 Tower, a member of Billionaires Row, a high group of high-end towers clustered along the southern edge of Central Park, has gone into foreclosure. By the way, the second in the span of just a month. I'm sorry, where did we hear that high-end foreclosures would start before the rest of the typical real estate, or not foreclosures, high-end real estate would start coming down, followed by regular real estate? Oh, that's right. Wellbot Report gave us a way advanced notice on that. So this, again, it's just more evidence. The 6,240 square foot, 580 square meter, full floor penthouse in question, 157's apartment 79, sold for $50.9 million in December 2014, making it the 8th priciest in the building. Quote, "It's probably the most expensive foreclosure we've ever seen in luxury development," said Donna Olson, president of high-end, management brokerage, Olson Realty Inc. I don't know of a foreclosure that's higher than that. Or that's larger than that. According to Bloomberg, the shell company that purchased the property took out an unusually large mortgage and promised to repay in full a year later. In September 2015, the company took out a $35.3 million mortgage from lender Banco Haveland SA, based in Luxembourg. The full payment of the loan was due 1 year later, according to court documents filed in connection with the foreclosure. The borrower failed to repay, and now Banco Haveland is forcing a sale to recoup the funds plus interest. And in what's became a strong contender for the no crap quote of the day, a spokeswoman for Extel Developments, the developer that built 157, said there's a lesson to be learned from this unfortunate situation. She says, "This shows that too much leverage is probably not wise." A June 14th auction was scheduled for a 56th floor apartment at the same tower. That condo was purchased in July 2015 for $21.4 million. Public records have yet to reveal any transfer of ownership for that property. Makes you wonder, is it more Chinese hot money or what? What's going on here? Investors across the New York City property spectrum should take note. Prices in Manhattan and Brooklyn have risen so quickly, they've effectively pushed marginal buyers out of the market and forced renters to devote a greater share of their income to housing. Today, more than 30% of Americans pay half their income in rent, the highest percentage in decades. And with more investors in the city concentrating on luxury properties, some ultra-luxury properties like 157 are struggling with unsustainable vacancy rates of nearly 40%. Until last month, no apartments on Billionaires Row, which also includes 432 Park Avenue, had been subject to a foreclosure auction, according to Property Shark. The loss of a Manhattan residential property to creditors is a rare event, regardless of the unit's price tag. Only 27 new residential foreclosures in the borough in the first quarter. Could this be the start of a trend? We think so, which leads us to our next question. How exactly does one short the luxury real estate market? We also look forward to the left deciding that a probe into this transaction is warranted, just in case it was some complex way to transfer Russian funds to Trump. He says, "I'm only half kidding." Yeah. A billionaire bites. In a billionaire down. Now, in all honesty, if they were really a billionaire, they would have foreclosed. They would have easily paid that off or been foreclosed on. But it's still the billionaire's row, as they call it. I mean, someone had, again, when you borrow 50 million and 20 million, that's no small change. I mean, you should, you're a pretty big fella, as far as financially speaking. Another one bites the dust. And when it's the big top dogs that are biting the dust, boy, does it give me pleasure to do that one. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let the super rich feel a little bit of the financial pain for once in their freaking lives. I know I said this was probably my third and last. I actually got an email from somebody that is like ground floor China and had some interesting things that are going on in China that I never really knew about. That kind of what I talk about, but like a little more in-depth of stuff. I think it would be a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one to this list right after this. Take care.